done it. We have made it. We are here. We have burst forth from the shackles known as February, the shortest month, which yields the darkest and most depressing of results. It is Monday, March 1st, 2021. I am James. You are you. We are here for the beginning of the week. And what happens on the beginning of the week? My arms remain outstretched, welcoming you to embrace me in a virtual hug, because you and I both know that if this were in person, I would be hugging no one, you would be hugging no one, we would not be embracing on any level that is not metaphorical. So we unite, we close the hug, we give each other a friendly and platonic pat on the back, because I have no time presently for any pats on the back that wouldn't be platonic. I'm living a life of purity. I'm living a life of abstinence. I'm living a life for the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now, I don't want to offend anyone. If there's any Satanists watching right now, if you pray on your knees to the Dark Prince, the Dark Lord, Satan, the devil, El Diablo, whatever you want to call him, I want to apologize. Okay? The last thing I want to do is offend any Satanists on this show tonight. But let's face it, the Satanists, they've got just everything better to do than watching anything that streams 3 nights a week for about an hour and change on Twitch, of all places. Now, I'm sure the Satanists, they find somewhere to go find their online content. I don't know whether it's a YouTube or Facebook Live or some type of underground dark web live stream. That's a good idea. Dark web live stream night. Pretend the show is happening on the dark web. I'm really tinkering with getting very strange with the show. Now, the question is, do we have some type of Satan night? Do we have a dark web type of night? This is things that I will think about tonight when I'm in bed, laying around in my little Fruit of the Loom undies. It is at this point that I engage with the chat. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for spending your Monday, not only with me, but all of the guests that will be joining us this evening as I disengage from the chat back to the camera. That's how fast it happens. I go from the camera over to the chat. Guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Back to the camera. That's how fast I am at engaging, disengaging. One more time. I engage, disengage. On tonight's show, much later on, he hasn't been here in a number of weeks. He's coming back. This is the first time we've seen him in the month of March, of course, because it is March 1st, and this is the first Monday of the month. On the 1st of the month, Sleazy Darren is going to be here tonight. I don't know where Sleazy Darren is coming to us from this evening, but I'm sure we will find out by the night's end. Also joining us in tandem will be Sid Rock, also known as this show's chief political correspondent, also known on this show as Dave's best friend. He will be here, but he's not coming alone. No, joining Sid will be Jess Fildes, someone who, as far as I am concerned, has no interest in ever being on this show. When she appears on this show as an audience member, I want you to know that this is a personal favor to me. I would say if I asked Jess 10 times, Jess, you want to come on the show tonight? 7 out of 10 times, I don't think so. So what you're watching tonight is a personal favor being cashed in. They will be tag teaming tonight and talking about the game that people have known to come and love. Wait, that's not how that phrase, to come and love, to know and love. I'm telling you something. A religious guy like me, no one is going to come tonight. You might as well call me Jesus James, because I'm thumping the Bible 247, 365. They're talking about the game that people have come to know and love as Stardew Valley. Now, I have my opinions. I'll save them for when Sid and Jess arrive later on, but we're going to kick things off in just a matter of moments with someone who made their triumphant return last week on the show. And guess what? She's back again. we got ourselves a little streak going on. And I'm not talking a streak that you'd find on the bottom of your underwear, Fruit of the Loom or otherwise. I'm talking a Mark McGuire like streak. We got any McGuire heads out there? Now look, I was a Mark McGuire booster, and that's not to offend any of the Sammy Sosa fans out there. Anyone who cares about anything from 1998 is loving this right now. If you're coming from 97 or 99, irrelevant. But if I've offended any Sammy Sosa fans, I apologize. Talking about streaks, it is 2 weeks. And she's back tonight. I said it last week. The Queen has come home, so why waste any time? If you want, I can maybe I engage with the chat. How's it going, everyone? I see that we've got High Score Run. We've got Farm Boy. Disengage. That's how fast it happens. Why waste any more time? Let's welcome tonight's first guest, a foundational member of the team that you have come to know and love as the at-home squad. Let's welcome, coming to us from British Columbia, it's Carla Mah. Carla, welcome back.
Hi.
Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back.
Oh
You like that?
Gosh. I got a little singing intro. Wow.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
And I was called the Queen.
You know that song? You know that song?
At-home squad and a foundational member. Whew.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well just say right now, I'll come back for week 3.
Okay, look, what day do you want? Monday, Wednesday, or Friday? I'll write down right now.
Oh,
right
I
under.
Don't know.
Right
I
under.
like a little bit of a gamble. You just roll a dice.
Okay, well, I'm going to say Carla back next week. I wrote it right under Satan Night.
Oh, I'm so excited for Satan
So you got a musical intro.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Do you know that song?
No, I don't. I don't know any of your songs.
By a singer-songwriter, John Sebastian. It was the title track to the show Welcome Back, Cotter. Welcome back. Your dreams were your
All those
ticket
things.
out.
John Sebastian. I mean, those are 2 names that I know together. Don't know who that is.
Yeah, you know them
Cotter,
as isolated names.
Is that a word? What is that?
Well,
is it a noun?
Well, the show Welcome Back, Cotter. People, I would say primarily know it for John Travolta. You know John Travolta.
No, yeah.
You know John Travolta. All right. So you got yourself, maybe I'll sing everyone onto the show tonight.
That's a lovely idea.
We'll see how I'm feeling. I think on a scale of
cards.
On a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses, 1 to 10 Jameses, I'm about a 7. I'm a 7 in terms of feistiness tonight.
7? I think you can crank that up. Come on.
Well, look, that's going to depend on how well this segment goes, Carla. So there's a lot riding on you here.
Okay.
Because I just did. I did about 10 minutes of material on my own. Totally improvised. It totally improvised. So good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I would say that I'm one of Canada's greatest improvisers.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now
your eyes got big. You're like, maybe that's too much to handle hearing it from somebody else. Me sing it though, it's all right.
It's fine. I don't know much about other improvisers in other cities, countries. I don't care to know either. Look, Carla, we were corresponding earlier. We were talking about what are we going to do on the show tonight, and I said, how about this? How about I surprise you with something? Now, this is something that I've been dabbling with recently because I got all these jokers and clowns coming on, and they never tell me what they want to do. I got this Dimitri Kires guy. He never tells me a damn thing. I got this Andy Asaf guy. He keeps me in the dark. So I thought, what if I turn the tables on all these jokers and clowns, and I start surprising them?
I think they would love it.
Well, we're going to test it out right now because I've got a surprise for you. Now, a couple moments ago, which no one will have forgotten because I'm sure that my musical notes moved them in ways they haven't been moved in some time, singing some classic music. And one thing that I know about you, Carla, is that you love classic, vintage gold rock.
Sure. I never classified any music that I've listened to as gold rock.
Now look,
I listen to a lot of everything though.
People look at you and they think she probably loves Billie Eilish. or
I like some of her tracks.
or
They're a bop.
Lana Del Rey or Ludacris. Okay?
I don't know, maybe here and
But
there.
tonight
Sure, they have good.
we're talking about classic rock. Now I have to say, I looked down at our viewer counter and I was flabbergasted. 19 on a Monday. That didn't happen too often on a Monday.
Wow.
Got Mr.
Monday,
Owls right here.
Monday.
I'm here
Hi!
for the Stardew Valley. Might be the only person who's here for Stardew Valley.
What? I'm so stoked for Stardew Valley. I get it.
Stick around, segment 2, Stardew Valley. Okay. Now, Carla,
one guy, everybody.
how about this? I know there are people out there watching right now. They're saying, look, James, cut the crap.
Yeah, cut the crap, dude.
What we're going to do tonight is we're going to take you through a classic rock trivia.
Oh, God.
Now, we haven't done a lot of trivia on this show. Also, apparently, Mr. Owls is Mark Rowland, so now it all makes sense why he's here for Stardew Valley.
I was thinking, when I saw the lineup, I'm like, oh wow, nerds. This is nerddom. We're just missing like Dimitri and Mark.
Yeah, well, there's only so much I can take.
Swarm James, everybody. We all know how he feels about nerds.
Yeah, well, look, I also want to say that once I started talking about Stardew Valley, our viewers dropped to 15. In any event, let's start talking about classic rock. Carla, I want to ask you what I believe to be some very simple classic rock trivia questions. I've only prepared 4. I did not research these. I wrote them on my own, and I had a grand time. Now, if you're out there watching, I want you to feel free to participate. If you know the answer, throw them in. And for the benefit, Carla, of you and most people, I have also given multiple choice.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, Carla, are you ready to take a walk on the rock side?
When you said trivia, my heart skipped a beat. I suck at trivia. Every trivia night that a friend has brought me out to, but
I can't. Yeah, there you go. You froze for a second, and I wasn't sure if you were going to tell us something really meaningful.
Oh.
In any event, Carla, are you ready to begin? I'm going to give you a softie off the top.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's begin.
Toss it over.
Question number 1. One of folk rock's most recognizable groups is CSNY. Known for hits such as Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, Marrakesh Express, and Woodstock. Can you identify the names that CSNY stand for? Hold on now. I have to give the multiple choice for the people that might not know. Your options are Crowley, Sebastian, Nelson, and Yesiah.
Alice Crowley. Everybody.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, or finally, Campbell, Shelby, Nichols, and Yates. Do you want me to repeat any of those names?
No, you don't have to repeat any of that. Well, you repeat that last one because it needs more love.
So yeah, the last one was Campbell, Shelby, Nichols, and Yates.
Well, I'm gonna lock my answer here, James. It is B.
You're going with B, final answer?
B, final answer.
The answer is correct. B, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. So, Carla, you have now received 1,000 points. Now, are you ready for question number 2?
I think so. This is pretty easy. I don't know.
Well,
you're not providing much of a challenge, James.
Well, they're going to increase. They are going to increase in difficulty.
So it's like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
It is, yes. I would say it's more like Dave Kaufman's Ruth Booth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So your next question, let's begin. Once again, if you're watching, feel free to participate. Legendary rock group The Eagles are widely known for their wide catalog of hit singles, the first of which being Take It Easy. Can you name who originally wrote the song? Your options are James Taylor, Joni Mitchell, and Jackson Browne.
Okay, you just went from like easy peasy to like Double Black Diamond, I've only done one skiing course.
This is School of Hard Knocks, right? Once
Shit.
again,
Don't-
take it easy.
Take it easy. Take it easy. That song?
That's correct, yeah. Originally written by James Taylor, Joni Mitchell, or Jackson Brown.
Well, the only person I know out of those three is Joni Mitchell, and that might be wrong, but I'm gonna just go with Joni Mitchell.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Carla, you're incorrect.
I knew it.
You're
wait.
incorrect.
My second guess would have been James Taylor, did you say?
Yes.
That would be my second guess.
Your second guess is incorrect.
Oh.
Now,
fuck.
now I'll tell you this. If
Mhm.
you can name which Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young hit that Joni Mitchell wrote, I will give you 1,000,000 points.
Okay, I know.
And you have 5 seconds to answer.
Our House.
That is incorrect, although the song
Wait, no, that was written about her.
Our House was about Joni Mitchell.
Damn
Joni
it,
Mitchell
damn
wrote,
it.
Joni Mitchell wrote the song Woodstock. Let's move on
I would never
to
guess.
our next question.
This is like hell. Is this the Satan night?
I think these questions are pretty easy. Let's move on. We're going to stay on the subject of Joni Mitchell.
All right.
This Canadian-born singer-songwriter famously missed this memorable concert. Was it the Monterey Pop Festival, Woodstock, or the Altamont Free Concert?
Wait. So Joni Mitchell missed a concert that she was supposed to perform at?
Yes. Due to a scheduling concern, she missed one of these concerts. Was it the Monterey Pop Festival?
Wait, where's that? Oh, wait, in Monterey. wait.
Woodstock,
Okay. Woodstock,
or the Altamont Free Concert?
Altamont.
All 3 of these festivals
She missed the Altamont Free Concert. I don't know why.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is incorrect. Joni Mitchell missed Woodstock.
Whoa.
Now,
what happened?
She had a schedule. Her people didn't think she would make her scheduled appearance for the day after her scheduled Woodstock appearance. And she wrote the song Woodstock for Woodstock, but gave it to Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. So as you can see, a lot of these questions, they follow a pathway.
Okay, I see. You're carving out a path for me. All right.
Carving out a path. I have one more question for you, Carla.
Only one more? Okay. Well, I just felt I was warming up.
Well, look, this might be a recurring segment, so I didn't want to give it all away in one segment.
Mhm.
Are you ready for your final question?
Sure.
Great. On the subject of the Altamont Free Concert, it is widely known that biker gang, the Hells Angels, were hired to lead security detail for this event. Can you name which legendary rocker was punched out by the Hells Angels? Was it Marty Balin of the Jefferson Airplane? Was it Carlos Santana? Or was it Chris Hillman of the Flying Burrito Brothers?
I want to say it was Marty.
Marty Balin of the Jefferson Airplane.
Yes.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Carla, you're correct.
Yes! Go Marty!
Yeah, go Marty, as a biker gang beat him unconscious after his performance.
Wait, during a performance?
It was he jumped off stage to try to break up an altercation, and then he ended up getting beaten up.
Oh my god.
Now, for extra points, can you tell me if Marty Balin is currently living or deceased?
I want to say, wait, that was a long time ago?
This was a long time ago. Come on, Carla, do you rock? Do you rock or not?
I want to see he's alive.
Carla, that's incorrect. Marty Balin is deceased.
I should have known. I should have gone with the dark answer because it's you.
Look, you know what? See, you're learning.
Why should we ever end something on a positive and happy note? Oh,
no, I don't. Geez. The last thing I want is for this show to...
what happens when you're in charge. Ugh,
yeah.
Never again. You know what? No more surprises for
All right. So, well, I've already got one scheduled for in just a matter of moments from now. Can I still provide that surprise?
Yeah, I guess. Well, you got to carry on the show, but brace yourselves.
Okay, hold on. Now you mentioned
like this and then go like that.
now you just mentioned carry on. Can you tell me which famous folk rock group wrote, recorded, and performed the song "Carry On"?
Is it CSNY?
Carla, you're correct. It was CSNY.
Oh, thank you. You carved
It
out
was
that path and I
CSNY.
finally
Now,
got
can you
there.
tell me what album that song appeared on?
It was their anniversary, like greatest hits.
Well, in fairness, I do believe it's on their greatest hits.
Yeah.
So I suppose you're correct, although it first appeared on the Deja Vu album.
I'm learning so much.
There you go. You're learning a lot about 3 bands tonight.
Is that what you're currently listening to?
I'm currently listening to nothing. I'm hosting the show right now.
No, I mean like outside of the show.
Outside of the show, I haven't listened to CSNY in many weeks.
Oh, really? You went through a season there, it seems.
I go through seasons. Yeah, that's fair. I go through seasons. Look, Carla, I promise to surprise you tonight. How do you feel about everything that unfolded thus far?
You know what? I enjoyed it. It was very James.
Yeah, you know what? People say to me, James, why doesn't this show have more of your sensibility? And I tell them, if it did, no one would watch anymore.
How do you guys liking the show?
Yeah, how you guys liking the show? If you're liking what you're watching, don't forget to hit that like button and all those other cliched jokes. Look, Carla, I'm going to move on to our next segment. I'm going to see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Will it be Monday? Will it be Wednesday? Maybe who knows?
Who knows?
The world is our oyster as we float through the waters.
Well, thank you so much, James, for that lovely trivia surprise. I really appreciate it.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. That's what we're calling this, trivia surprise.
Can you reread those fake Crosby?
I'm only going to read the first one because that was probably the high point.
Yeah, that was the high point.
It was the high point of the questions. Crowley, Sebastian, Nelson, and Josiah.
Josiah.
Yeah. Crowley, Sebastian, Nelson, and Josiah. All right, Carla, thanks so much and have a good rest of the night, where it is currently only 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Now, I think that based off of that fake answer, Crowley, Sebastian, Nelson, and Josiah, I've got myself a spoof band that I can do a lot with once we're allowed to have live audiences. Earlier on during the famous pre-show AMA, Ask James Anything, someone asked, James, when live audiences are allowed, will you welcome an audience into your home as you do the show? And I said in the chat, I'm going to say it now for everyone to hear, that would be my worst nightmare. All these strangers, I don't even know half these people. I got people asking me, James, who's that in the chat? I don't know. They're viewers who I value. And that goes out to you. Despite my tone, I value the viewers, but we don't really know each other, right? Maybe we got to do a get to know the viewers night. Maybe that would be Satan night. I don't know. All right, look, let's get on with the show. Our next 2 guests have brought at least 2 people to tonight's viewers' audience. We're about to talk about Stardew Valley. Let's welcome Jess Fildes and Sid Rock to the show. Jess, Sid, welcome.
Hey, James.
Welcome back. Well, all right. No one like that, I suppose. I'm curious to know, did either of you do well on my surprise trivia?
No.
I only got CSNY. Strangely enough, I started listening to my progressive rock playlist today on Spotify for the first time in a while, and obviously they're in there. And I misspelled carry on as carry one in the chat, which I found funny.
Look, you know what? I love a good typo. Now, when you were listening to your prog rock, were you listening to any King Crimson or Genesis?
There was definitely Genesis in there.
All right.
King Crimson, I haven't listened to in a while.
All right. Jess, you got any King Crimson going on over at your place?
No, never.
No. Who are you listening to? Billie Eilish, Ludacris?
No.
All right. Okay. Once again, I want to let everyone know that Jess is here as a personal favor to me. I ask Sid to be on. Sid's like, I'm there. I love it. Jess, it's like, sure. She answered with a gif of a cat saying, fine. Anyways, look, I've brought both of you on because you were the only two people I know who have become wrapped up in this Stardew Valley craze, the game that you have come to know and love. Jess, let's begin on your end of things.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about this game?
It's a farming simulation game. So what that means is you own a farm
Mm-hmm.
and you farm crops and animals, and you get to fish and make artisan objects
Mm.
to sell. While you're also getting to know the villagers in this town you've just moved to. Should point out for lore purposes, it's actually your grandfather's farm that he's kind of like given to you. And
Okay.
I think it's his dying.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So you're working on your grandfather's farm, trying to fix it up and make it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Sid, is there anything Jess has left out that you'd like to contribute?
No, I think it's an accurate description. I would. You described it as a sensation, or I would call it more of a cult classic. It has
Okay.
a small. There aren't that many people who play it compared to like the grand ecosystem of games, but those who do really enjoy it, rightfully so, I would say.
Now,
It's great.
and how long? And rather, let's go even further. When did you begin playing this, Sid? Let's start with you.
Oh, I began playing it this year. The reason is very straightforward. I started streaming on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and in preparation for this stream, I wanted to have a game that I could play as backup. And the games that I was planning on playing, which run just fine on my PC normally, but when I'm streaming at the same time, they become a choppy mess. They're either unplayable to me or unwatchable to people watching the stream, or both. So in my quest to find, I wanted a game that my computer can handle and also that doesn't end. And that's when I discovered Stardew Valley. And when I played it, I genuinely enjoyed it. It's a good game. It's a great game.
Okay, there we go. So Sid began earlier this year. Jess, take us back. When did it begin for you?
March 2020.
Okay, so coincidence that it pairs up well with COVID.
I would say it paired up well with COVID and being unemployed. As to which I'm still unemployed. So
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I would say that you and I had parallel universes where you went into Stardew Valley, I went into CSNY.
Yeah.
I went into CSNY, not to be confused with Crowley, Sebastian, Nelson, and Josiah. Now, how many hours, let's just say hours a week, do you both spend playing? Jess, let's start with you.
I feel like we maybe went over this one time I was on the show already.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry. How dare I recapitulate for the people that didn't see your last appearance? You're a salty guest on this show. You didn't want to be here. And you're like, this guy's asking me the same questions as last time.
And yet you keep asking me.
So you want, because I am a man of faith and I believe in forgiveness, just like Jesus Christ.
Okay. Well, I've played 122 hours in total since March 2020. Which I know because on Steam it tells you how many hours you've played a game. So right now I'm at about 2 to 3 hours a week. But I would say in the grand scheme of things, it's much less if we're going per week.
Okay, and Sid, how about you? How many hours, let's say a week?
Well, thank you for reminding me that Steam keeps your stats, Jess. So I fetched them right now.
Mm,
I wouldn't. I'd have to deduce. I have roughly 110 hours of gameplay.
hmm
I think Steam counts like the when you just leave the menu open and shit.
Yeah.
But so dividing 110 by, let's say, 8 weeks since the beginning of the year. Uh, I just did it and I forgot the answer. Give me a sec.
No problem. Now,
This is
now
great content.
yeah. I love a good pause for math on the show.
Almost 13, almost 14 hours a week on average.
Okay, so look, we're in a pandemic. I think that's fine. I think people should spend their time doing whatever the hell they want. I don't care. But I have to circle towards something that Jess, I think it was today. You was it yesterday? It doesn't matter what the day was. They've now launched a Stardew Valley board game that is perfect for one player.
Yeah, it's a 1 to 4 player game. But I live alone, so
Right.
play one player.
Right.
That's
so Sid,
amazing.
yeah, so
I
Sid,
didn't know
yeah,
this.
you look really happy about this.
Yeah, no, that I'm very curious to know more about it.
Okay.
Yeah, like the reason that I sound tepid is I've seen board game adaptations of video games that
Mhm.
weren't that hot.
Yeah.
So that's the first question in my mind is how will they translate this to the board game? But yeah,
Mm.
I'm really curious to know more. And you can play one player. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Okay, so it sounds like on some level, I may have also brought two people together to play the board game when we're allowed to see each other again. So everyone, they think that I'm this anti-nerd or whatever. I bring people together, just like Jesus did. Look,
There we go.
in addition to this whole Stardew, now, Sid, you called it a cult classic. I said it's swept the imagination of people. This got me thinking about what I could do to try to target the video game audience because of course we're on Twitch, which is widely recognized for its video game streaming. So, and I did a bit of research today. Now, what people think that I don't do any research, and for the most part, they're correct. I don't do much preparation or research for this show, but I realize that there's a lot of crowdsourcing, crowdfunding, Kickstarters, things of that nature to get video games made. Is this fair to say that people will donate to get a good idea turned into a game?
Yeah, absolutely. Happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
I just want to nod to Carla, who in the chat
Mhm.
reminded me of something. Stardew Valley was it's one guy. He did everything. That's
Okay.
fucking amazing.
And I'm looking around right now. Hello? I'm one guy here. And that's why I want to launch my idea that has been inspired by Stardew Valley. Now, I started thinking, what's a game that has my sensibility, but can, again, capture the imagination of people who like simulators? So I'm going to send a note to our technician. You can bring the image up onto Twitch right now. This is going to be what I'm going to be using to capture the imagination, hopefully the funds of people on Twitch. I'm launching a crowdsource for a game that I am developing called Scumbag Alley. Now, it's similar. They're similar in nature.
Boy.
Now, I want you to look at this image. That image alone, $700 to make. That cost me $700. I found an artist who specializes in video game development, Scumbag Alley. Now, I've already put together a bit of a synopsis.
Oh boy.
You're experts at Stardew Valley, so I want to see how you think that we take the good of Stardew Valley and we adapt it to James McGee's Scumbag Alley. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm my mind's already spinning. Just
There we go.
Give me the synopsis.
So, Jess, are you prepared? Jess, you seem speechless.
No, I'm here for it.
Okay, great. So let's get into it. So part of Stardew Valley is petting and feeding animals. In Scumbag Alley, what you do is you lay traps for rats, raccoons, stray cats, and at times derelicts to avoid feces and urine in the alley. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so that I'm gonna check that one off. Seems good. Okay, so I've also understood that you have to complete quests for other villagers, but also give gifts to villagers in order to make friends around the community. Correct?
Mhm.
All right,
Absolutely.
that's in Stardew Valley. In Scumbag Alley, you have to become a mule for drug dealers and organized crime syndicates and make narcotics deliveries in order to avoid beatings or even murder.
We're on brand so far.
Okay, Jess, any thoughts so far? Do you like that? Now remember, not to be this is for Scumbag Alley. I guess I'll just continue. Now I understand that in Stardew Valley, you have to sell crops and artisan food that you make and kind of distribute them out. Is that correct? So you sell your crops that you grow and you sell the food that you make with the crops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have no idea how Pierre, the storekeep, makes money, because he keeps selling me seeds for pennies and buying my crops for like 100 times the price or whatever. But yes,
Okay.
you are correct.
Okay, so that's in Stardew Valley. In Scumbag Alley, you have to commit petty crimes such as stealing cheap clothes and other small items, including batteries, candy bars, and headphones, and then sell them off to other weirdos, creeps, and cronies to make a quick buck.
Hey, there are batteries in Stardew Valley.
Really?
That's true,
Okay, so
yes.
okay, so there is potentially some crossover.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one aspect I'm just waiting for you to mention, and if you don't, I will.
Please do. Now, Sid, you mentioned there's a character named Pierre the Storekeep.
Yes.
Okay, so that's in Stardew Valley. In Scumbag Alley, we don't have Pierre the Storekeep. We have Pierre the Crotch Sniffer.
Oh, jeez. Unless Pierre's a dog, there's something that makes no sense.
Okay, well, in my brain, he was a person, but
Oh,
it's open to development.
Who the
Okay.
fuck sniffs crotches?
Well, Pierre, this is Scumbag Alley, Sid. Okay, so in Stardew Valley, it's my understanding that you have to fight monsters.
Yes.
All right. In Scumbag Alley, you have to thwart community leaders who are attempting to clean up the neighborhood for the benefit of children.
That would definitely be a scumbag thing to do.
All right, Jess, you seem flabbergasted. Thoughts thus far?
Agree with Sid.
All right. Now, finally, my understanding in Stardew Valley, you have to mine ore and minerals. Yeah.
Yes.
That's in Stardew Valley. But in Scumbag Alley, you have to visit the sewers in hopes of discovering hidden goodies.
That's also in Stardew.
You go to the sewer?
That's true. There's a sewer in Stardew.
Okay, so what if? Okay, let's brainstorm here. Since Stardew Valley has a sewer, what if in Scumbag Alley we change the sewer for a crack den?
I'm liking it.
So you sign off on the crack den.
Yes, it would be worth workshopping, and
Okay.
yeah.
Now-
I lots of more than one game can have a sewer.
Yeah, you know what? This is fair. Now, Jess, let's just take the sewer out. What would you? So I've said crack den. What about you?
Oh,
What would you like to? It's Scumbag Alley.
cans.
What's that?
You know those giant garbage cans, like dumpsters.
Okay.
You know dumpsters?
Yeah, I know dumpsters. Yeah,
If
I'm
you-
smart.
You get into dumpsters and like
Oh,
through like.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes.
Okay, so
And it's right in the alley.
Yeah.
okay, so that's pretty good. Dumpsters instead of crack den. Okay. Now, Sid, you mentioned there's something that you wanted to bring up in case
Oh,
I
yes.
did. What is it?
Yes, the crafting. In Stardew Valley, you take things that you find and you combine them to make more and more complex things. And when you mentioned Scumbag Alley, the first thing I thought of was like, what's the crafting in this game gonna do? What gonna be like?
Now, it's interesting. Now, this wasn't my idea. This was one of the developers. Now, he brought this up to me, but he said it's a loose idea, so I didn't want to include it. In Stardew Valley, you collect things and then turn them into greater things.
Mhm.
Yep.
In Scumbag Alley, you find a series of things that you can create some type of, you stack them on top of each other so you can climb it and peer into people's homes.
That, I like the idea.
That one's still on the maybe list.
That wouldn't suffice on its own, but definitely of the things you can craft, scaffolding to peep on people would definitely work.
All right, Jess, what do you think about the peepers scaffolding?
I like it.
You like? Now, one of the other ideas was taking things and turning them into shanks and shivs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Weapons. So.
All right. Now, based on this information, Jess, how likely on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses would you be to play Scumbag Alley?
I would say like an 8.
An 8. Okay, that's pretty good. Sid, how about you?
I gotta say, I'm trying to put myself in the mind of someone who doesn't know you, because like I kind of have to play it as a favor. Like my friend James made a game, of course I'm gonna play it. But based on this description, I would definitely I'm putting myself 10 out of 10 Jameses.
10 on 10. Okay, so
so with the right marketing, that would definitely be like, oh, I gotta try this game.
Okay, so you're both in for Scumbag Alley.
Yeah.
Now, coming in from the chat before we say goodnight to you guys, High Score Run says Jess and Sid are now getting a cut for these ideas. I'm gonna tell you something. I think of myself as a very generous guy. You know who else is generous? Jesus. And I would absolutely give both of you a cut of the money for helping develop some of these ideas for Scumbag Alley.
Nice.
Look, see, Jess, not so bad tonight, right?
No, I might have a job now.
You might have it. Yeah, we're going to add you to the development and writers team.
Yes.
And then Sid, you have to play the game on your stream. Before we let you go, Sid, where can people find the stream and when?
Oh, I do it on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. My goal is for it to last about an hour. You can find it by searching for Sydney Rock. That's SYDNEYROC on YouTube. There's no convenient link on Twitch, but yeah.
Yeah, guys like us, we don't get a convenient link.
Yeah, there we go.
They don't hand them out. They make you work for it. We're not good enough to have links. Jess, you got any links that you want to share? No links whatsoever. Zero links. Okay, well, Jess and Sid, thanks so much for helping me storyboard this whole thing, and good luck gaming the Valley in the coming days.
Thanks, James.
Have a good one. That is Sid Rock and Jess Fildes. Tonight is really all about James's surprise night. Maybe that should be a future show where everyone gets a nice surprise. Look, we're going to be back this coming Wednesday, but also this coming Friday, 9 p.m. both nights. So much fun to be had. So why don't you jump in the pool, grab a drink, put some floaties on if you can't swim like your old pal Jimsy Whimsy here, and relax with us right here on Twitch. We're going to move on to our final guest of the evening, one of the all-time favorites or all-time reviled, depending on where you stand on the spectrum. Let us welcome the one and only Sleazy Darren. Sleazy Darren, what's up?
Hey, James, what's going on?
Pretty good.
Good. Hey, where's my song?
What do you mean your song?
You sang everybody else's song.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. So let's. How about you want to redo this?
What do you mean redo it?
Well, I'll pretend like I haven't introduced you, and then I'll introduce you.
Yeah, all right. Take it again.
All right. So coming up right now. We haven't seen him in a few weeks. He's about to come back. Very excited to see him. He might be one of your favorites. He might not be. Either way, he's here tonight. Let's welcome back, most importantly, Sleazy Darren. Sleazy Darren, welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Oh, the names have all changed since you've been around. Who'd have thought they'd need you? Who'd have thought they'd be back there where we need you? How do you like that?
It's great to be here, James. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back. What have you been up to over the past couple weeks, Sleazy Darren?
Oh, just working for the weekends, which are...
Well, you're a garbage man, that's true.
That's right, and I just incorporated, James.
As a garbage man, you incorporated?
Yeah, I'm going private.
You're going to be having a private trash removal industry?
Not going to. I'm doing it now.
You're doing it now? Okay, well, congratulations. That sounds like a lot of work.
Thank you. Hey, James, you got any trash around?
Yeah, I've got, I took my garbage out yesterday, but I've got a little bit currently.
Okay. You want me to come by?
Wait, you're back in Canada, specifically Montreal? I know you were based out of California for
I don't mean today. I mean on my route.
What do you mean on your route?
I mean, I do a continental garbage route.
Wait, you're doing a continental garbage route?
Yeah.
Wait, so you go from Canada to the States? You just pick up trash
Mexico.
everywhere? You go to Mexico as well?
Yeah, it's continental, James.
All right, so how long does that take you?
It's like it's a 2-month process.
Okay,
then I started again.
So you have a 2-month garbage route.
That's right.
Okay, so take us through what that's been like. You seem very vibrant and energetic. I don't know if I've ever seen you this excited.
Oh well, it's completely refreshed. You ever leave a job behind, James?
Sure. Yeah, many times.
Yeah, you know what that's like.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's refreshing in a way, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's kind of a new beginning, a new chapter. But
it ain't easy being sleazy, James.
It ain't easy being sleazy, which is your trademark slogan. But it seems like you're anything but sleazy. You've entered the business world.
That's right.
You're legit.
Yeah.
Well, so what's it been like?
So you can just download my app and make a garbage pickup request, and I'll come by your house when I'm in the town.
Oh, so this is kind of like an Uber, but for garbage.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I think of it more of a skip the dishes, but for trash.
So it's more of a skip the dishes. So people they place an order for their garbage to be removed.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing 2-month routes, let's say you're in Mexico, what if somebody, I don't know, in New Jersey wants their garbage picked up? How long does that take?
Oh, they're gonna have to wait, James. I mean,
well, so what have the reviews
come on.
been like?
Well, so if it's a new app, so they're coming in now. They're coming in hot. They're coming in now.
Right. Okay, but why would anyone wait months for their garbage to be thrown out where they can just put it out for city sanctioned garbage people?
Well, because some people like to support local businesses, James.
Wait, so you get paid? They're also paying you?
What, do you work for free, James? Well, I guess you do.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, so do you get paid for the show?
No, I don't get paid for the show.
Well, there you go. There you go. Some of us work for a living.
Yeah, but people people pay taxes, and part of their taxes includes garbage removal. So they're paying their taxes, but then also paying you to pick up their garbage that will happen late.
Well, some people have a little extra garbage, James.
So they have so much extra garbage that they're willing to wait weeks or even months for it to be removed?
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
I'm in New Jersey.
Okay, so if I place an order, if I say I want my garbage to be removed, I'm in Montreal. How long? Yeah, your video's ending. How long?
Hey, James, let's take a moment to thank all the hardworking men of the waste industry.
Yeah, which is you.
Yeah.
All right, well, if I place an order for my garbage to be removed,
okay, Which you can right now on the app.
Okay, so well, what's the name of the app?
It's called Sleazy Darren's Garbage Pickup.
Did you say Sleazy Darren?
No, I didn't.
Really sounded like it.
Well, that's my brother.
You have a brother?
Yeah.
Sleazy
Do you have a
Darren?
sibling, James?
Well, yeah, I have a sister, but
Yeah, exactly. What's her name?
well, it's not Tames or Games. So you have a brother who's got the same name as you minus one letter.
Yeah.
So there's Sleazy Darren and Garen.
Yeah. And Sharon, that's our sister.
Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so Sleazy Darren
And Baron.
Yeah, sleazy. Well, okay, so your brother also has an app.
Yeah, he does. We're in competition with each other.
You're competing with your brother, Sleazy Garen, on garbage removal?
Yeah, he stole the idea from me, James.
Well, yeah, okay, so it sounds like he got it to it before you did. His app has been in circulation longer than yours, so he stole the idea and developed it first.
Yeah, don't download his app, James. Download my app.
All right, so I'm going to avoid Sleazy Garen. Okay, well, I'm down. So you also have a fee to download the app.
It's $1.99.
Yeah, it's $1. So I have to download the app to pay someone to pick up my garbage.
Yeah, but I had to hire a developer.
Okay, well, I'm downloading it.
Okay.
All right. So take us through this. How has it affected your family now that your brother has a competing app of the same exact model?
Oh, I don't talk to him anymore, James.
So you and Sleazy Garen are not on speaking terms.
No. We're on mute terms.
Well, I've never asked this. What's your last name?
Darren.
Wait. So
My brother and I have the same first name.
So it's not that you have similar first names. You have the same first name with
Same
a similar
first name.
But
Everybody in my family is the same first name, but we changed the last name.
Okay, so you gave yourself new last names.
Well, we didn't give it. Our parents gave it to us.
But if your last name is Darren...
James, is this whole interview going to be just us getting into semantics about my family and how it
I would
works?
say yes, semantics. If you're saying that you have a brother and your last name is Darren...
You know, I'm pretty sure on my interview check sheet I said to not talk about my family.
Okay, fair enough. You did, yeah. Okay, I take that back. Okay, well, the app is downloaded.
Okay.
So I've downloaded it.
You're gonna need to make an account.
All right. So
you can either use your Facebook or you can use an email.
All right, so that's fine.
Then you're gonna want to turn on location services.
Yeah, I've got that.
And
Okay,
give it
well-
access to your camera.
Okay, there's access to the camera.
Yeah,
for
give it access to the camera.
All right.
Oh,
All right,
I got a
well-
new subscriber. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that must have been me.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, how many subscribers are you up to now?
50. One for every
So-
state.
I'm your 50th subscriber.
51.
Okay, 51. Okay, so I'm gonna place an order for garbage pickup.
Okay.
Well, it says preferred pickup time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just try tomorrow.
It's great. It's probably grayed out tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. It is great. Well, I'll try the next day.
No. It's gonna. You're gonna have to scroll ahead in your calendar.
Okay, well, it's a lot of gray.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, let me check on my app.
yeah, no, I have the first available pickup day.
Yeah. It's 2022.
It's 2022.
January.
January 1st, 2022.
Yeah. New Year's Day.
So you're working on New Year's Day.
Hey, when you're running a business, you got to work as much as you can.
All right. So look, I'm gonna.
I work every day of the week, James. What about you?
Well, look, I'm gonna reserve the day here. Now it's asking me to pick off the items that you want to pick up. So I have to predict my trash.
Yeah. Predict your trash, and I put it into a spreadsheet, and I make sure there's enough space in the truck.
So I have to predict my garbage for January 1st of next year.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna just arbitrarily vegetables. Yeah, let's go with common.
Hey, don't throw out vegetables.
All right, so here, let me okay, so it says you cannot unselect items you've selected.
Oh, that must be a feature my dev just added.
All right, who's your dev?
He's a Colombian gentleman by the name of Alejandro.
All right, well, you're outsourcing. It sounds like.
Yeah. You can get a more affordable developer when you outsource.
I'm just okay. So
just if you ever make that Scumbag Alley game, you should know outsourcing.
Yeah,
you get cheaper labor. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Kleenex. Let's do this.
Oh.
What's
But you
that?
got a lot of dirty Kleenex, James.
I'm not even going to validate that. Let's move on. Okay. How about this? Broken glass. How much broken glass do you deal with?
A lot of broken glass all the time.
What else is okay? So I've just found on your list of items body parts.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, you've got an option.
We do those discreetly, James.
So yeah, body parts.
We have client Sleazy Darren confidentiality.
You have client Sleazy Darren confidentiality. Okay, so look, I'm gonna place the order. So I've got vegetables, broken glass, Kleenex. Let's put body parts in there. Okay.
Yeah, click extra on the Kleenex.
All right.
It lets you
No,
you
it's
can
fine.
order
Look,
you can order extra.
No, it's fine. Okay, so confirm. Okay, so it says your total is $575.
That's right, James.
So it's going to cost me $500 for you to pick up these items that I'm certainly not going to have.
Well, I gotta pay for gas to go across the continent, James.
Yeah, but this is why
I'm coming to Montreal just for you.
This is why I think your business model is flawed.
Oh, my business model is flawed.
Look,
says the guy who doesn't make a living doing what he does.
I never claimed that this was a job. Look, I'm gonna cancel the order.
Oh, you can't cancel it.
What do you mean you can't? So it's the final sale?
It's final sale, yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna delete the app. How about that?
All right.
And guess you know what I'm gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna download Sleazy Darren's app.
Oh, that's a big mistake, James.
Why is that?
He charges twice as much as I do.
Wait, so if I had placed that order, that would have cost me over $1,000.
Over $1,000. I'm telling you, Garen's not a good guy, James.
Yeah, well, what's Sharon like?
Sharon's great.
Oh, Sleazy Sharon?
Sleazy Sharon, yeah, she's a nice lady.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. Well, what does she do?
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer? Well,
Yeah,
I'd like
she
to
works for, she's a human rights advocate.
She is a human rights advocate, and you and your brother...
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
I said a human rights advocate?
That's not what you said, but sure.
What did I say?
A human's rights advocate.
Human rights advocate,
Oh, there you
right?
go. You got it this time, yeah.
What did I say?
I'm not even sure.
I'm pretty sure I said it correctly.
Ooh, I don't know.
Look, before
Let's just say that one could have gone in the trash.
Look, I think I said it correctly in any
Okay.
event. I feel like I'm being gaslit right now by Sleazy Darren.
Yeah, well, if you have a gas light, we dispose of those, but it's going to cause you extra because that gasoline needs to be disposed of in a safe fashion.
Yeah, I'm not throwing gasoline out in the garbage.
Good, because that's illegal.
Who's throwing gasoline out?
Oh, you got a lot of people throwing gasoline out, James.
Like who?
Arsonists.
Anyone else?
Hank Hill,
The fictional cartoon character?
based on a real person.
Who?
Hank.
All right, well, that's up for debate.
Gas stations in the chat.
Yeah, coming in from Mark Rowland. So you're saying gas stations throw out old gas?
Yeah, if they want to hit a quota.
Right, oh yeah, they want to hit their quotas. Look, Sleazy Darren, before we let you go, you mentioned earlier, it's not easy being sleazy. You been
No.
up to anything sleazy lately? I know that you like infidelity.
Oh, I love infidelity, James.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing gets me going.
Well,
More
have you
than-
committed any recently?
Since I've started the business, I haven't had too much time for cheating. But I will say this: I'd like to.
That's what you will say?
Yeah.
All right, well, would you like to make a plea to anyone who's looking to maybe commit infidelity in their relationship? I let people promote whatever they want on the show, so feel free.
All right. If anybody's out there and they're in a relationship and it's feeling a little bit stale and they want to hang out with a class act, go to the nearest phone book and look up Sleazy Darren. First name Sleazy, last name Darren. Make sure not to confuse me for my brother, Sleazy Darren, who also likes affairs, because he's stolen many of my ladies in the past.
Oh, so he steals the women you steal?
Yeah.
He copies you.
He copies me, yeah.
Well, okay, I just received a notification, and it's a suggested app. There's another Sleazy Darren app. This Sleazy Darren Infidelity for Hire.
Yeah,
People can book you to cheat on their spouse with you.
that's right. It's like, you remember AshleyMadison.com,
Sure.
James? Of course you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course
Why-
you do.
Why would I remember that?
Why, exactly.
So would you... Sure. Would you like to go into detail for people who don't quite remember what AshleyMadison.com is?
So basically, you download this app. It's $1.90. Shh. Okay. You download this app. It's $1.99, and then I'll drive across country to have an affair with you
All right. Well,
in my garbage truck.
Oh, so you like to you like to mix business with pleasure.
Oh yeah, I'm a big proponent of mixing business with pleasure.
Okay. Well, I've downloaded it.
Oh, well,
I'm
yeah.
curious
Okay,
if-
give it access to your location services
This is a carbon copy of
and
the other
your
app.
camera. You gotta make sure that your camera.
Sure. I'm more curious about your upcoming availabilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, to your credit, a lot of gray.
Oh yeah.
So you have a lot of bookings coming up.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm a busy guy.
Well, coincidentally enough, your next opening is also on January 1st, 2022.
Yeah, James. Go ahead. Book an appointment.
Well, I don't think I fit the criteria.
Why not?
Well, you only have people approaching you who are in relationships, correct?
That's right. But you got plenty of time.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, you would like for me, now I'm making assumptions here, in the off chance I might be in a relationship on January 1st, I make the appointment and then you try to commit infidelity with the person that I'm dating?
That's right, James. Now, you're going to want to make that appointment now because I will book up. I guarantee it. So, basically, make the appointment now. And if you don't get a significant other by the time the appointment comes around, we're going to have to charge you a fee for canceling.
penalty fee, yeah.
Penalty fee for canceling.
Okay, so I sign up so you can have sexual intercourse with the person I'm dating.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is really going to work out.
Why? Because you're not going to find someone by then?
Well, it's not that, but why would I sign myself up to be cheated on?
Well, some people like that, James.
I agree some people like it. I'm just saying that it's not something that catches my fancy.
Well, then why'd you download the app, James?
I was curious. Felt pertinent to the conversation.
Well, it just seems like you're being a bit of a tease right now.
I'm
When you
teasing-
download a guy's app and you don't even yeah, you're teasing me.
Yeah, so you're saying I'm dangling the carrot of sexual intercourse with a hypothetical person in front of you.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize. How about I'll delete the app?
You know, I always say it ain't easy being sleazy, James.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't think that I mean it. But this situation alone is enough to show that it truly is not easy being sleazy.
Look,
And it's because of people like you.
Yeah, I apologize. You know what? I apologize. You were nice enough to come on the show to talk about your various businesses. I apologize. I would never try to tease you.
All right, well then, there's one thing you can do to turn things around.
Whatever I can do to turn it around. I don't want to destroy a relationship with a valued guest. What can I do for you?
Book an appointment, James.
That's what I have to do.
Come on, James, make it up to me.
Well, how much does this cost?
It's $500.
It's also $500.
But my brother charges double.
Yeah, but there's no bundle package. I can't get the infidelity and the trash cleared up.
Bundle package. That's a good idea. You know what, James? Just for you, you let me have sex with your significant other. Should you have one at that point, I'll throw in a free garbage pickup.
So you're telling me you'll have sex with my significant other and pick my garbage up for free, all for the low price of $500?
That's right.
What's the penalty fee if I cancel?
$500.
So the penalty fee is just the fee.
It's just the fee.
All right, look, let me think about this, and I'll be in touch after the show. Okay, Sleazy Darren?
Hey, you got it. Hey, James. James?
A true privilege to talk to you on the show, and we'll touch base soon and get you back here ASAP, okay?
All right.
Thanks, Sleazy Darren. Have a good night.
Bye.
What an interesting exit from the segment, courtesy of... I've never heard anyone leave the segment and go, bye. Truly an interesting show. James at the helm. Usually, I said it earlier on, I let these jokers and Weisenheimers, they push me around. They use my show like it's a urinal. Tonight, I took some charge. I drove the boat. I drove the bus. I drove the car. I think we had ourselves a nice little road trip. Wouldn't you agree? We're going to be back this coming Wednesday, as mentioned, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 o'clock Pacific if you're out on the West Coast. I would like to say good night. I would like to say thank you. I would like to say all of the nice things that anyone in my position could say to you, our loyal viewer, for watching. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, be well, and may God bless you, everyone.